Hey, what's up, black women? Today is a lazy day. It's hot as hell in New York. It's gonna be cold as hell tomorrow. So I'm soaking it up, right? So I don't feel like being in the courtyard with the rest of the people. They're too damn noisy. So I decided to chill in my car, which is what I do a lot of. The balcony is barred up because they gotta fix the damn terrace rails so I don't fall off and split my whole body in two. So I can't do that. Oh, and just to let y'all know, for anybody that lives in New York City and you're in an apartment building and the same thing that's happening to me is happening to you, if they are currently fixing your balcony right now and they actually have that boarded, what is that? Wood on your door so you can't get out the balcony. And what else did they do? They boarded up the wall and they put that like barrier right after the window in case you open your window and you can't fall out the window off the balcony. You can get a rent reduction for that, just to let y'all know, because regardless of repairs, you're supposed to have 100% full use of your apartment and all your services, right? So if you're like me and you live in a rent stabilized building in New York City, right? The Department of, DHCR, Housing and Community Renewal, they regulate rent stabilized apartments, not rent control, only rent stabilized. So call DHCR, Department of Housing and Community Renewal, and talk to them about the fact that you want to go to housing court and put in, or you can put it in with them and see how it works out. And if you can't get any mediation or resolution through DHCR, you can take that same paperwork and go to housing court and put in an action. I think it's what kind of action is that? What is that? What is type? HP action, housing preservation action. And then the judge you could go to the judge. It ain't gonna hurt. Like, you go to the judge and tell them, look, I'm still paying my full rent, but I don't have full access to all of the services and areas of my apartment. I'd like to get a certain amount of reduction for my rent until I have ample access to that again, and move it forward like that. I mean, look it up on Google as well. New York City know that in June 2023, which is like a month away, month and a half, whatever, the Rent Guidelines Board is going to be voting on our rent increase again. These bastards are talking about 5% and higher. So what you should do is be on the phones harassing your city council. The city council works with the mayor. The mayor is ultimately over that renters guideline committee and board, because he's the person who appoints them. So flood his office with complaints, calls, and emails and everything to get some resolution. Okay, New York City? All right. So back to what I was originally coming to make this damn video for. Okay. So as we know, guys, ChatGPT is always evolving. Keep in mind, they already said, like, right before COVID, a year or two before COVID, they talked about how the automation would roll out, right? So when it came to black women on a couple of the research places, you know how y'all like that Pew place. I like McKinsey because it's black. There were a couple of other places, plus Forbes magazine, the Wall Street Journal, and some other publication, probably the New York Times or the New Yorker magazine. One of them was talking about, and definitely the Department of Labor, they were talking about how the economy could either be fixed by investing in black women, and how black women would be affected by the new incoming AI. And I talk to y'all and remind y'all about this all the time, with their promise of having 50% of us unemployed by 2030 and all of us unemployed by 2050. So keep that in mind. They're on track for that, because you got 3 forms of ChatGPT out now. You got the regular open AI ChatGPT, then you got ChatGPT 2, 3, and 4, right? Basically, I'm gonna let y'all know, real, like, honest down to earth. It's nothing but a fast ass search engine, okay? a search engine with the ability to apply artificial intelligence, meaning instead of just gathering the information for you and letting you do the choosing and picking out what goes with what, summarizing, completing a narrative, all it is a search engine that's fast as fuck, that can complete tasks. End of story, right? Now, in knowing that, they got a new one coming out called Auto Chat GPT, and this goes to show you just how lazy these bastards are, because not only is the search engine fast enough where they don't really have to think, right? And that's the best part about it, is because you could ask it a question and now you don't have to do all of the research work. The AI does, right? So with this new one, they added a voice to it. So you could speak to it and give it a command. For people who have higher computer situations and work demands, it can speak back to you, because we all know we've been able to manipulate voice manipulation and management with computers for about 20 years now, 15, 20 years now. And even though back when I was younger and we couldn't afford an Apple computer, there was software out there like Dragon Point and Speak, which allowed you to install a software in your computer to manipulate your computer through voice control. So that's the only thing that's different now with this new Auto Chat GPT. It adds the voice, and it adds a faster element where it could process quicker and it could do more tasks than before. So this is where I want black women to get this and get it good and use it to your advantage. Beat these pieces of trash at their own game, okay? Since this new Auto Chat GPT can perform more tasks at one time, what you want to do is ask it questions like, what jobs are out there for black women to take that can help them either acclimate, transition, get into AI jobs that are going to take away the jobs that black women mostly work in today. I know that was lengthy as hell, but I had to do that to get the point, right, home to you. So what you want to do is you want to get this computer to work against what it was originally made to do to you. This stuff came out so that you could lose jobs. So what you want to do is pose questions to this AI to give you jobs that you could start doing right now, so that you could integrate yourself into this whole AI employment situation, so that as they continue to roll this shit out, you already got a seat at the table. That's how you work that shit, okay? Every time they try to do us under one, we go 3 more steps above, okay? So not only do you want to do that, but black women, let me tell you, there's a couple of white dudes that I subscribe to that's all into this Chat GPT stuff. So what I'm going to do tonight after I finish chilling, right? I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to put a couple of them on my community page. Make sure you go check out their videos, because these are the type geek dudes that are into everything, like customizing Auto Chat GPT, Chat GPT-4. They're into this like this is their life. Me, I don't care about it that much. Like, I'm a type of person who I like to keep up with everything. I'm a jack of all trades, a master of none. I like that. And that keeps me very grounded. It keeps me in the state of being a Renaissance citizen of the world, because I have my hands in everything and I don't try to grab the whole thing and run away with it. I leave some for other people. So make sure you understand that, okay? None of this stuff is hard. You got to remember, and I'm not trying to be messed up right now, but let me tell you how this works, right? Okay, I'm upset because I had a phone call come through and destroy my whole mode. I had talked like 30 minutes and then I realized I was not recording about Auto Chat GPT and the benefits, right? So now I'm aggravated and now I got to summarize because I cannot retract all of that stuff I said verbatim. Basically, black women, what I was telling you was, use that Auto Chat GPT to work for your benefit and work against what it was built and intended for. This auto chat GPT was made to try to take jobs away from us. If you guys recall, like 2, 3, even 4 years before the COVID, there were articles all over the place about automation coming and how it would affect certain groups of workers, and they specified black women, right? And the reason they did that is because, like everybody knows, we're the ones working the most in our community. So they made this to try to take away as many jobs from us as possible. So what you do is you use this nonsense they created against them to benefit you. So you know now that this auto chat GPT is basically a really fast search engine with the ability to complete tasks. When it first came out, it was only, maybe, let's use a guesstimation, say it was able to do 1 task. Now this auto chat GPT can do about 10, right? And it has the ability to have voice incorporation. So it could speak to you, you could speak to it, you could use the voice as a command, and etc. So that's a good thing. And you got to understand that, because the people creating this stuff are really lazy people. They don't want to work. They want to speak to the computer and have the computer do everything. So use that to your benefit. Oh Lord, I'm locking and unlocking my doors with my toes. I'm bugging out over here. So you want to use it to ask it questions like, and I know it's lengthy, but you want to use it to ask it questions how to get jobs, how to get level entry jobs or medium level jobs in AI, to stay up with the incoming or outflux of the many different versions of ChatGPT and AI in general, right? It'll tell you. Then when you want to look for things that you're interested in, like funding, ask it to give you that information. Ask it to give you information about everything you want to do. Then come together as, black women to start businesses in your communities, aided by the information that the auto chat GPT will give you. And keep building, keep sharing, keep teaching people how to use this, so that as people smarten up, there will be more available entities where you live, and you don't have to go outside of your community to seek for the things that you need, if you get what I mean. And then continue to do that. Like, I'm just so down right now, because I had talked so much about that and then lost it all because it wasn't recording. But oh man, just use that auto chat GPT to inform you, treat you, teach you, and train you how to do everything you need, so that you can gear up to be able to have sustainable income and employment as they keep rolling out all of this AI, chat GPT, different versions, upgrades, and extensions of what it can do, because there's no regulation over this stuff lately, guys. The government, no one's has control over it. So anyone, including you, can come out with your own personal version of chat GPT and make money, or try to get in with everyone else. So while it's like that, go on people's websites, and I'm going to put up people that I watch that teach me about this as well, so that you can get the information firsthand as soon as it come out, because these are the type of people that stay on top of this, right? And what you want to do is keep learning as much as you can, so that you can get all the information that you need to help you pursue whatever it is you're trying to pursue, and definitely be able to stay in the game of employment. Now, when I did the other video the other day, when I spoke about doing the freelance work, like writing articles and stuff for magazines to make extra money, that's only one thing you could do. This is Chat GPT. This is a computer that has some of the smartest AI incorporated into it. So don't just stop at magazines. You could write newspaper articles, and listen, where my mind is always focused. My mind is always focused on exposing this black femicide, and how the hatred and the taking of lives propaganda is allowed to run rampantly on YouTube. I would say, because I know I'm getting ready to do it, write articles and freelance articles for both newspaper and magazines, and try to get them out to as many places as you can. And you don't have to start out asking just below the rate everyone else is, so that you can get your foot in the door. After you get your foot in the door, you can raise it up again, because if you know how things are, people are cheap, and if they could take the cheaper person who doesn't have as much experience, they may take a chance on you. And if they don't, you just keep shopping around until someone does, okay? Or create your own magazine or whatever it is, digitally, online, or in paper, however you want to do it, and get it out here to the community. Don't forget, if you are trying to do something like that, always look for public access TV, so you can go on television to promote your stuff for a minimal cost, okay? And then that way people can find you no matter what. So keep those type of things in mind, but always remember, use everything that Chat GPT AI has to offer, whether it be the auto version, the original low version, versions 2, 3, or 4, because they got so many versions of it now, right? And now this auto one is adding a voice element. Use all of them if you have to, and try to find all the free versions, because the subscription is very pricey. And personally, I don't think it's worth all of that, but because it's the new kid on the block, everybody's going to want to have it, right? So that's why they could demand the price. Supply and demand, remember? So make sure you remember what I'm saying and use it in that way. They brought it out to try to take jobs away from you. You use it to find jobs to benefit you. All right, y'all, I'm going to go back to cooling out, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Good night.